No, my name's Roger.
I was probably Jake.
Who is Johnny?
Oh, John.
John.
I
forgot that
Guys, I just want you to be clear that you don't leave till the lesson's over, even if the bell rings. So don't get up and leave, okay?
What are we going to the cafeteria thing?
We'll be okay.
Okay.
We'll be okay. Okay. Is it looking like I have everyone? Anybody need a minute yet? Okay, we're gonna get that started then. Ready? Okay, can you see okay? Right, so which is a characteristic of argumentative writing? Tells a story, presents facts, entertains an audience, or explains a process.
I'm not sure. You tell me.
Okay, you ready? Okay, when writing an argumentative essay, the writer should use figurative language, tells the steps in a process, inform the reader of a new revelation, or build a strong case for a concept.
Exactly. No, I said square.
Okay,
I
ready?
said square. No, no, no.
An argumentative piece of writing should not be based on testimony, emotion, stories, or reasons. A little change there. An argumentative essay is an essay written about a blank issue. Recent, two-sided, one-sided, or complicated. All right. And here we go. What is a claim? The main argument of an essay, supportive evidence in an essay, the reason you believe what you believe, or it happens in the conclusion. Ooh, mixed information there. All right, we're going to talk about that. 6. What do the evidence, where do the evidence and details go? Introductory paragraph, conclusion paragraph, body paragraphs, or in the thesis statement. Here's our last question. All right, everybody ready? Last question. What's the job of the evidence? To provide factual support of the claim, to tell a story about your opinion, how your opinion is correct, to lengthen your essay, or to impress the teacher. Always. Hey. Nobody wanted to impress the teacher? I don't know, guys. No, that was good. That was good. Okay. So, yeah, we had Grace and Angel in the lead there.
Angela, her name got cut off.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Well, now we know. We have some interesting symbols over here with Kyle as well, and Sean. So really close points right there, guys. Thank you very much, and thank you for being patient while we've got that taken care of. I appreciate it. So overall, it looks like you guys have some good information about what happens with an argumentative essay, and that's great. And we're going to build on that a little bit more today. We're going to take a look at what an argument is. And so I have this little video. And the video's it's meant to be funny. It's not really long. And the people have British accents. Okay, everybody okay with the British accents?
It's better with the British accent.
Anything's better with a British accent. Okay, so we're going to get a chance to listen to this. Will the volume automatically come on, Miss Lynch, in speakers?
It should, yeah, it should be on already.
Good grammar and
Always
spelling are important, but if you want to
That's a
write
good ad to
sentences
have,
that
then.
spiral
I'm going to skip that one.
messages,
Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So we have to get this back to... Okay, ready?
I'd like to have an argument. No, this is my first time.
If you want to have a before argument, or are you thinking of taking the course?
Well, what will it cost?
Yes, it's £1 for a 5-minute argument, but only £8 for a course of 10.
Well, I think it's probably best if I start with the one and see how it goes from there, okay?
Fine. I'll just be a moment. This is David Street, which is a little bit conservatory. Yes, sir?
Okay, so what is he there to do?
Have an argument.
To have an argument. Yeah, he wants to have an argument with somebody. Not sure how that's going to work out for him, but he has to go pay someone to have this argument. So we're going to see how his argument goes.
Rule 12.
Thank you.
Oh, he just wants the argument.
Is this the right open argument? I've told you once. There you go. When? Just now. Hey, yes, I did. You did not? Oh, sorry, it's a 5-minute argument. Oh, just a 5-minute one. Thank you. Anyway, I did. You most certainly did not. Let's give up. No, this is an argument. No, it isn't. It's just contradiction. Yes, it is. It is. You just contradicted me. Oh, you did. No. You did just now. No nonsense. Oh, look, this is futile. No, it isn't. Okay, mate. An argument. Well, an argument's not the same as contradiction. No, it can't. An argument's a collected series of statements to establish a definite proposition. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. It isn't just contradiction. Look, if I argue with you, I must make that a contradiction. It didn't just say no, it didn't. It didn't. No, it didn't. Argument's an intellectual process. Contradiction is just an automatic gainsaying of anything the other person says. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No. Thank you.
Okay, are they having a productive argument right now?
No.
I'm going to turn the lights back on. No. Is this the way you have an argument in your paper writing to a teacher?
No.
You just say, this is what I think, this is what I think, this is what I think, and you don't have anything to support it? No. So we know that we have to have other things in place for supporting our argument. This won't be enough. So that's as much as the video is we're going to take a look at. And that kind of launches us into our next thing that we're going to talk about, the parts of an argument here. So these were some of the words that were on the Kahoot, and we're just going to reinforce what you seemed to already know, but as we move forward, we all want to have the same type of language for this. So a claim. Do I have someone who can see the slide okay and read that out loud for us? Thank you.
A claim is a simple statement that asserts a main point of argument.
Okay, yeah, so thank you. We need to have a claim in our argument, something that we are standing on and saying, this is the point that we are arguing. The yellow doesn't show up really well when it comes across an LCD like this, but the yellow is our reasoning. So we need to have some reasoning behind our argument, and that's part of what was missing in the video that we watched. Can you see it? Okay, thank you.
The because part of an argument and the explanation for why a claim is made. See?
Yep.
The clear links between the evidence and the claim, the explanation for why a particular piece of evidence is important to the claim and to the argument.
Absolutely, thank you very much, I appreciate it. So we know that we need to have those extra pieces, otherwise it's just like the two gentlemen in the video, they're just kind of shouting at each other because. All right, Destiny, you want to read that last part for me?
My name is Grace.
Oh, Grace, I'm so sorry, I apologize.
It's fine. Support for the reasoning in an argument. The for example aspect of an argument, the best evidence is text-based, reasonable, and relatable.
Absolutely, thank you very much. So we know that we have to make sure that we are getting all of our facts together before we start having an argument, or if we're going to write that information down on a piece of paper. So here is what is, a pretty good, look at a graphic organizer that shows where we would start with our argument up at the top as our big topic. This is the piece that we are going to promote in our discussion. Here are the reasons, our becauses. I believe this is the right answer because, and I'm going to address that here, and then I'm going to take a look at the examples, and I'm going to give factual information that is reliable, that people would understand and is relatable to them. So this graphic organizer is something that maybe you can kind of keep in your head as we move forward for right now, but I want to show you ways that we can break down some information as you are reading some argumentative pieces. So our next one is we are taking a look at this writing example. This one's kind of long, but can you see it okay? You want me to read it out loud? Do you want to read it out loud? That would be great, thank you.
Allowing an athlete into a Hall of Fame requires careful scrutiny of the player's career. Because Nolan Ryan has set many Major League Baseball pitching records, he belongs in the Baseball Hall of Fame. First of all, he holds the record for the most career strikeouts. In August 1991, in a game against the Oakland A's, he got his 5,000th career K. The previous record was about 3,800. Secondly, he has a record of 7 no-hitters. Ryan had his most recent no-hitter at age 42. The previous record for no-hitters was 4. Also, he is the record holder for the most strikeouts in a season. In 1982, he went into the final game of the season against the Montreal Expos, needing 15 strikeouts to break the record of 385. He started off shaky, but ended the game by striking out 16 batters. Lastly, he has one of the fastest pitches record. He once threw a heater that was clocked at 101.1 miles per hour. Nolan Ryan certainly is one of the greatest pitchers ever, and he belongs in Cooperstown.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that, nicely done. So, this is an argument about what? Yes, ma'am?
About Nolan Ryan being able to, go into the Hall of Fame.
Yes. So the suggestion here is to put Nolan Ryan into the Hall of Fame, and do we have strong factual evidence that helps support this claim?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some good becauses and we have some good evidence here. One thing that I want to show you that we can do to make it stand out a little bit more is to kind of put it in colors, so that we know that we have addressed the needs of an argumentative writing piece where we have all of the parts and pieces, and as we're writing through it, we can see that they're all there when we need to put information in. We can use things like that graphic organizer, or we can use things like color to make sure that we have met the goal of the writing piece. So we have the exact same information. The See up at the top where it's blue? Allowing an athlete into a Hall of Fame requires careful scrutiny of the player's career. This is sort of the background information about why we're presenting this information. And then in green, we have our claim. Because Nolan Ryan has set many Major League Baseball pitching records, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. We want to put him there. It's kind of hard to see it at times, but the yellows, those are our specific becauses. These are the reasons we want to put him in there. Our reds, those are our details. That's our facts and our evidence as to why he would be someone who should be put into Baseball Hall of Fame. All right, are we good? Raise your hand if you're following along with that and the colors are not throwing you off. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, so we know that we can move forward with working on the colors a little bit. So we're going to check out an example. I'm going to pass out this particular essay to you, and we are going to take a look at how to color code this essay by taking it apart. So have you guys taken essays apart before? Okay, it's kind of a fun way to look at how we would put it back together. Since we are going to be looking at this in color-coded fashion, would I be able to ask you one red color that colors that are coming around to you. And this way, everybody gets a chance to mark this paper and kind of deconstruct it as we go along. Okay. Now. Okay, Ms. Lynch, how do I get back to using your document camera? Is it a matter of just...
So just close the slideshow.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, please.
it should be following you around. It does a little bit. The issue is that it's not in this recording. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have our essay here. Now we're going to take a look at how we're going to break this down into the different colors. So let's start with our green. Okay? So you guys can see that too. Okay, we're going to take a look at our first paragraph here. So, how many people have dogs? How many people have cats? Okay. How many people have something other than a dog or a cat? All right, how many people have no pets? Okay. So, I have a 14-year-old miniature Italian Greyhound, and she's blind, and she's pretty sad these days. So, don't know if she'll be around very much longer. And you know, I'm trying to be okay with that because you know she's lived a very good life. She's been a wonderful dog for us. But I have to say, I'm almost getting to the point where I'm kind of ready to not have pets just for a little while, and then I'll have to talk my husband into getting another dog at some point because I probably want another dog. So this actually opens up with a comment about dogs. A dog is a man's best friend. That common saying contains some truth, but dogs are not the only animal friend whose companionship people enjoy. For many people, a cat is their best friend. Despite what dog lovers may believe, cats make excellent house pets for several reasons. So, first, cats are good companions. Additionally, they are civilized members of the household. And lastly, cats are very easy to care for. Our green is for our claim, our main argument here. Which part of that would be considered our main argument, ma'am? The very first one? Are we talking about dogs?
So the second. So the first answer.
I don't know. We talk about dogs here. Our title is Cat Companions. So we're going to think about that, and we're going to move forward a little bit.
The third sentence.
The third sentence.
No, and then like the fourth one.
So starting with what word?
Despite.
Despite what dog lovers may believe, cats make excellent house pets for several reasons. That is going to be it. So we're going to underline that in green, because we know that that is going to be the basis of our argument, that we are arguing that cats are really good house pets. Now, that's not to offend you dog lovers, right? We're going to take a look at the other side and look at cats here, so our cat people will be happy. All right, now take your yellow in your hand. Okay, we got yellow. Okay, now our yellow is to identify our reasons that we believe cats would make really good house pets, all right? So what in our introductory paragraph here are the reasons that we believe cats would be really good house pets? Oh, let's see, all the way at the back, please.
It says first, cats are good companions. Additionally, they are civilized members of the household. And lastly, they're very easy to care for.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. So underline all three of those. And now we know that we have particular reasons that we think cats are going to be really good companions for people. So we want to know where our argument is leading us. So what should happen with these three yellow statements at the very beginning? Are we going to see them again in the rest of the essay? Yeah, they have to build our body paragraph. So just like with the Kahoot, it's our reasons and our evidence then that we want to build the rest of our argument upon. So in the first place, people enjoy the companionship of cats. Many cats are affectionate. Now, which in this is one of our sentences that we used in the introductory paragraph? Yes, ma'am.
Many cats are affectionate.
Yeah, so we're going to take our yellow one more time. And we're going to do yellow right here underneath this reason that we think cats are going to be really good companions. So the reason is that people enjoy the companionship of cats. Now we're going to keep moving along, so we want to keep using our colors and marking our papers. Now, we haven't gotten to the point where we've provided details and evidence to this argument. So what color do you think we need to use next? Red. Now let's think about how these colors are being used. What does green usually tell you? Could be clean. Think of a stoplight. Yeah, green tells you to go. What does yellow tell you to do? What does red tell you to do? Okay, so if we think about those colors and how they would help us with this argument, we know that our topic sentence, our claim here, is that we want to go and we want to tell about this information. We want to argue our case. The yellows are, we're going to slow down and we're going to present some of these reasons that we think cats are going to be really good companions. And then our reds, that's really going to stop us so that we can provide the facts and the evidence. I use this with my high school students a lot. We use color coding for freshman writing a good portion of the time. So with your red in hand, let's take a look at our sentences here now. Many cats are affectionate. Does that help support the idea that they would be good companions?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I tend to like my cats, to snuggle up, not attack. Right? Are we kind of in agreement on that? We don't? Well, okay. That'll work. So we're going to underline that in red. Many cats are affectionate. So here's additional information. They will snuggle up and ask to be petted or scratched under the chin. Anybody have cats who will do that? Kind of rub up to you? Okay. So is this still red? Yep. So we're going to underline that in red. Even this little question in here, who can resist a purring cat? I think that's still kind of adding to our reasoning here. Yeah, I know, some people are not super cat people.
No, I love
Oh, okay. My daughter would too, but she's really allergic to them. So if they're not feeling affectionate, because sometimes that'll happen with animals, right? If they're not feeling affectionate, cats are generally quite playful. So we're going to underline that in red. That's going to continue our thought here about how people might enjoy the companionship of animals. They love to chase toys and feathers or just about anything dangling from a string. Have you seen cats do that? Yeah. There's even a show about a guy who goes in and helps people with their cats who are having difficulty. Yeah. And it's like the dog whisperer, only it's like the guy is kind of the cat whisperer.
They have like a mustache and a cat and sugar cat.
Yeah.
And I feel the show like goes with dogs and like they work on
Oh, well that is interesting. Sir?
Have any of you ever watched 9 Lives, the movie about the guy who gets trapped in the cat?
No. But it sounds like it would go along with the ideas that are here, huh? Okay, so in our essay here we have they especially enjoy playing with their owners when their owners are participating in the game. So we're going to underline that in red. And we toss in a little bit of a change here with the word contrary. So contrary to popular opinion, cats can be trained. You guys know that? You can train a cat?
Yes.
Yeah. So it can be trained. Using rewards and punishments, just like with the dog, a cat can be trained to avoid unwanted behavior or to perform tricks. So that all continues to provide support to our discussion here. So we're going to underline this in red. And then we can identify that one of those tricks is cats will even fetch. So that's kind of a fun piece right there. Cats will fetch. And so we end back with this idea that companionship of cats makes them very good house pets. Now, is that still part of the detail or is that part of our reason? It is yellow. Okay, so let's grab yellow. And we're going to underline that last one with the yellow here. And you see how we kind of sandwich our facts and our information in between the yellow here so that we remind our reader at the very end this was part of the reason that we felt cats would make good house pets for people. All right? Okay. Now, what do you think the second paragraph will look like in colors? Lots of red, yeah. So it'll look the same as our first body paragraph. But notice that we're moving on to our second transition word here. So, can I have a volunteer who will read the second paragraph? Would you read it for us, please? Thank you.
In the second place, cats are civilized members of a house. Unlike dogs, cats do not bark or make a lot of noises. Most cats cannot even meow very much. They generally lead a quiet existence. Cats also do not often have access. Mother cats generally get in to use the lure, and most cats will use it without fail most of the time. Even stray cats usually understand the concept when shown the box and will use it regularly. Cats do have claws, and owners must make provisions. A tall stretching post is a favorite cat area of the house. It will also keep the cat contents near the furniture alone. As a last resort, of course, cats can be declawed. The civilized behavior of cats makes them fine house.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that. Okay, so back at the front side of the essay, what color are we gonna make our first sentence? Yellow, yes, because it's one of the statements that we're using as a reason that cats will make good house pets for us. Now, it does get a little repetitive then. What are the colors that we're gonna use for most of the essay paragraph here?
Red.
Okay, so let's have you go ahead and mark these reds. We've got lots of facts and information that help support the fact that cats make a good house pet because of the second reason, that they're pretty civilized, right? The idea is that usually cats require a little less work than dogs do. So if you look at the body paragraph 1, what was the last color that we used? Yellow. So take a look and see if that last sentence of paragraph 2, our body paragraph 2, if it does the same thing. Does it touch back to what the topic was for paragraph 2? If it does, it's colored yellow.